Duke Luca Abel tore down the original palace in Karnaca, his birthplace, in order to build a lavish structure that cost enough to feed everyone in Serkonos for years. It's said to be a sprawling estate to humble all others, a monument to his ego and sense of princely entitlement. But whatever the Duke has done to his nation happened while I was Empress. In Dunwall, we were content to look the other way as long as the silver kept flowing. I've got to get inside the Grand Palace, deal with the Duke, and find a way to steal Delilah's soul.
Can you feel it? This is my last night. Soon, I'll dissolve into the great nothing.
You should be at peace.
I've stayed too long. Find Delilah's spirit. Trap her with this cage of dead flesh. Set me free.
I don't understand.
You will, very soon.
I can't believe it's taken this long for someone to go after the Duke. Another aristocratic boss, living in a palace and sucking the marrow out of the same people who built it.
Yes, I regret my affiliation with the young Duke, but his father and I were close. It was my hope that Luca would eventually grow up and learn that his actions as ruler of Serkonos have very real consequences.
He could always count on the backing of Dunwall's finances and navy. Maybe without that, he would have developed a healthy respect for the people of Serkonos. Fear of the executioner's block has been a fine motivator for many a ruler.
Once the Duke falls, it's my hope that we can build something better here. Something more representative and inclusive.
Are you ready for this?
I've been inside a dozen castles and 100 mansions, and they're the same everywhere. The Duke's palace can't be anything worse than Lady Brisby's social afternoons.
Getting inside might not be the hard part. The Duke doesn't exactly run a tight ship.
Taking down Duke Abel is only part of the puzzle. You've also got to find whatever it is he's keeping for Delilah.
You were cryptic about what you gleaned from visiting the Dust District, which is fine. The world is better with a hint of mystery. But once you're inside the Grand Palace, whatever you do could affect things in Karnaca for years to come. Remember that.
I've got a map of the Grand Palace for you, and I know something that may be useful. There's a hidden lever in the pantry that opens a passage to the Duke's vault. If he's keeping anything precious for Delilah, I suspect that's where it'll be. Beyond that, good hunting.
I'll see what I can do. I know things in Karnaca are fragile, and I've got a lot to think about after all this is done.
It's not widely known, but the Duke has a body double. The man is the spitting image of Luca. A likable fellow, and quite humble. I've no idea where they found him, but the Duke's double has spent years passing for the Duke. I suppose Luca always hoped his double would be there to take an assassin's bullet. Take care. I hope to see you again.
Edmund Stilton made a fortune in silver mines, without the usual cruelty associated with such endeavors. There is a great sadness in him. He misses his friend and confidant, the old Duke, the Adonis. Edmund Stilton, like the ore he mines, there is something of value underneath that gruff exterior.
I hope I've been of some help to you. It's good to feel useful here near the end of my time.
Anton Sokolov, painter, inventor, and philanderer, famous throughout the Isles, loyal only to himself.
Look at you. In a lifetime, how many monarchs have done half of what you have in a month?
Sokolov wonders now if it was all worth it. Once put forth, some ideas take on a life of their own.
Ready to visit the Duke?
All right, let's go.
At the palace, the Duke has a lookalike body double, meant to confuse assassins. A friend of mine washes the linens and said the double is a smoker, if that helps. Maybe you can talk to him. She says he's a nice guy. What a shitty job, pretending to be a tyrant like Duke Luca Abel.
It's remarkable that people tolerate the Duke.
He's got an army, control of the mines, and he's had your support from the capital. At the Duke's parties, people carve up the country while eating boiled crab.
There were parties like that in Dunwall, full of toadies sucking up to me, stabbing each other in the back.
Poor Empress. I could see those party lights from the roof of the abandoned butcher shop where I slept, in the flooded district.
I know you grew up hard, Megan. I used to wander Dunwall with my face hidden. But when I got tired of it, I could always go back to the tower. Karnaka's given me perspective.
Good. After you've eliminated the Duke, find what he's holding for Delilah and take it. When you're finished, I'll pick you up in the skiff.
That's why they call it the black market. Can't just sit here. Too much chance a Grand Guard catches on to us, or maybe rightful owners coming to pick it up.
What's the delay getting it to the shop? Betty afraid we'll get caught?
The guy that runs the shop is nervous. But if they just let us move it straight off the boat. Now, I got a friend over at the shop. Been running protection for black market shops for years here in Karnaka and over at Colorado. So there's basically no risk.
What's your friend's name?
That's a secret. These guys deal with me and nobody else. Job security.
As if things are bad.
Between the flies and the filth, it's getting hard to breathe around here. It's not funny.
Given ample warning.
Sir, there are 3 ridiculous decrees a week. I never thought this would actually happen.
Well, it has. Now let us work.
Dancing hagfish on the line. Martha, won't you know? 12 weeks have I been at sea.
Why is there a wall of light protecting the palace anyway? Who's going to attack a man like the Duke?
Get the outsiders balls for luck.
The boat's moored in the bay and they haven't paid any taxes.
Exactly.
They'll pay for that. We should go out there and get our due.
important things to worry about.
Feel free to browse my offerings. I am proud to say we are still open and fully stocked despite the recent incidents at other shops. A pleasure to do business. Very good. A deal well made.
There she goes. Look sharp, pull up alongside. Look sharp, we're in for a ride.
Perhaps I should close the shop until the dust settles.
I know the laws in Karnaka.
Laws change. The Duke's given the Grand Guard leeway to create new fees when needed. You know who else had a nice shop? That clockmaker.
Serafina? Her shop burned down.
Yeah, my report said it was probably the Howlers. But no one knows how the fire started.
Captain, her brother died in that fire.
Asleep inside, drunk from what I remember. You've got until tomorrow to pay up.
Hey, you. You seem different. Can you help me? You're a good one. You know, there's a place near here, in some rocks behind a fountain. People have always left offerings there. That's where I started having those odd dreams. I don't go there anymore, but you might want to check it out. I used to have such visions. Dreams of black oceans and whales in the sky overhead. See you sometime.
Come on, you bastards!
Oh, no, you bastard!
See? See, I told you!
Now we're getting somewhere.
outsider's crooked card.
Oh, no. I cut the code, but it's back on the phone.
No exceptions. Either you have the code, or I assume something's off. My boss's orders.
Damn, open this door.
You know I won't do this. You're wasting time.
Here you are, back among your own people. The palace-born, and those who curry their favor. Are you feeling more comfortable, Majesty? Are these the people you want running a quarter of your empire? No? It never seemed to bother you before. Maybe it looks different up close. Maybe here it's harder to ignore the way the people outside the palace get through the day. In any case, I know what you're after. The heart you carry can only hold one spirit at a time. So, if you want to walk out with a piece of Delilah, you better be ready to leave something behind.
true about the Crown Killer. The old Empress, really? What a bunch of degenerates.
Am I seeing things?
Wait! Do you see me? I feel so empty right now. It's looking right inside me. Hey, what happened here? He's out cold.
Oh, I saw someone right here. Let's check the place just in case.
was good, you know. Some of us used to give lessons at Addermeyer, back when it was open to the public. Different city in those days.
Didn't know that. Man, you sure had a lot of different jobs.
Guess so. I don't miss brining hagfish. Hands in salt all day, nails bleeding, choking on the factory air.
At least when you joined the Grand Guard, you got a really soft position near the palace.
You might change your mind about that after you've been here a while. Sometimes the Duke's friends do some strange shit.
Really? Like what?
One night, someone up there decided it'd be funny to throw down food at us. I got hit in the face with a pineapple. Then a whole roasted pig came down and split the boat in half. It was raining apples and meat pies. All sorts of nice food floating around in the water.
Damn, with people in the city starving. Life's just not the same when you live up there, is it?
You're not losing your nerve, are you?
No, not at all. But how do you know which one is the Duke? I don't know where they found that guy with the political decoy job, but he looks and acts just like the Duke. I can't tell them apart.
There are subtle differences.
All right. Assuming you can pick out Duke Luca, how are we gonna get his key?
You leave that to me. Who knows what he's got in that vault? We'll be halfway to Bristol and rich before he's nursing the next day's hangover.
That's a good plan, the way this place is run. You sure he always keeps the key with him?
I'm sure. We'll do it tomorrow night when there's only one squad scheduled for patrol. Just be ready.
The palace. Maybe I can find another way to neutralize the Duke.
Nope. As long as it's not me, I don't care. It's never any fun.
I'm not sure who's worse, the Duke or his body double. One's half likely to have you flogged for looking at him wrong. The other might just bore you to death. The whole family's stunned to death. So disfigured. Blood flying everywhere around them. Horrible.
I hate this wall. Itches like mad. Why can't I wear my regular clothes?
It must be nice to be on the Duke's payroll.
Baffling. Commence lens refocus.
Shirt reeks. Gotta get a spare uniform.
It seems the Duke has some of the Jindosh Clockwork soldiers.
General detection state. When this plays, check central rotor.
Stupid? No, there's
look so disappointed. It's not about merit. The inner circle is packed with the Duke's pets.
Look, Spittles. At least I'm not one of them.
Exactly. And think, when all this fighting over thrones is settled, the Duke's going to need men to take charge in the Northern Isles. By this time next year, you could be in charge of Windown or Freyport.
Where even the most desirable have skin like pale slugs.
That's what the brandy's for. Don't look so disappointed. It's not about merit. The inner circle is packed with the Duke's pets.
Rick Spittles. At least I'm not one of them.
Exactly. And think, when all this fighting over thrones is settled, the Duke's going to need men to take charge in the Northern Isles. By this time next year, you could be in charge of Windown or Freyport.
Where even the most desirable have skin like pale slugs.
That's what the brandy's for.
Duchess of Zirconos or some other ruler. The Queen of Morley or even the Empress.
More of what I already do. Screwing, eating fine meals, smoking the best haberweed. And when I wasn't doing that, I'd be buying exotic furniture from Tivia, having my apartments redecorated.
So you wouldn't really change much?
No, of course not. What's the point of having power if you can't just do whatever you want?
Yeah, no, okay, we're gonna do something different, man. I don't know.
This shark reeks. I gotta get a spare
Least I'm working with.
Once they say something's amiss, now then I just can't get comfortable.
A body? Here? What?
Don't kill me!
See, I told you.
Come on.
We should rent another boat sometime soon.
Should we? Delightful. Yes, yes, yes!
just looking across the bay.
You won't see any whales this far south. They like the colder, deeper water.
We get a few, but not... Besides, I'm more interested in the occasional boat, or maybe catching a glimpse of something going on at Addermire.
This is the life, isn't it? Being a friend of the Duke's has its advantages.
My mother's old money. So, to tell you the truth, it's the only life I've known.
What's the matter? You saw something?
Throw open this door.
Nothing then.
Huh. These two seem like such an unlikely match. How would end between them, I wonder?
Oh, well.
More bad things have happened here in the last 5 years than in all the years of my life before that. You know that much.
Her eyes held such contempt for me. Why? I stayed hidden the entire time she was here.
Working for the Duke's not so bad. As long as you're Grand Guard. I'd hate to be anybody else right now.
An entire shipment of whale oil tanks just gone. Taken right from under their noses. Idiots.
Sometimes a man just needs time by himself. My responsibilities weigh upon me.
Captain.
Hey.
Being put up on the scale like some prize bull each week, told to gain a pound or two to keep up with the good Duke.
Anything more?
No offer to bow or kiss my hand.
I could say the same.
A mystery. Let's have it then. Who are you and what do you want?
Listen, I think you're the Duke's body double. You can't have any love for the man. I'm here to end his rule, and I have an idea you should hear.
All right, you've figured it out. But if you're not here to assassinate the Duke, what do you want?
It occurs to me that you might make a more agreeable Duke than Luca Abel. If I wanted to depose him without having to slit his throat, do you think you could convince people that you're the Duke?
That's bold. I have to admit it's crossed my mind. If people believed that I was actually Duke Abel, and that he was the political decoy, we could have him committed for lunacy. We could convince everyone that the Double's finally lost his mind, and believes he's the Duke. I've spent years perfecting my performance. But there's a catch. He's got a medallion that I need. Even if I sound convincing, which should be the easy part, his Grand Guard officers will ask to see the medallion as proof. Luca never puts it aside.
All right. It shouldn't take me long. Once it's done, I'll be leaving the city. Soon after, I'll send instructions from Dunwall, and I'll expect a great deal of flexibility and cooperation on your part. There's still time to pull Serkonos back from the edge of the cliff. We can undo the damage Duke Abel has inflicted.
I'd like that. But I'll guide Serkonos in the ways I see fit for the people here, not as the hand-chosen puppet of your empire. If you agree with that, just render the Duke unconscious and bring him to his chambers. I'll handle the rest.
Everything is not you my problem. Sorry.
down, stomach. Dinner will be in you shortly. Something feels wrong.
Increasing oil tank temperature. Playback for detection registered. The machine is running at low speed.
Sir, we were confused by your most recent response. The Duke was, well, he was furious. He sent me to interview you about your progress.
One of the maids took me for a walk. We dug beetles in the park with shiny green shells.
I don't understand, Mr. Jindosh. Working with Anton Sokolov, were you successful at lowering the cost of Clockwork Soldier production? The Duke is expecting a reduction of 80 to 90%, based on your own estimates.
She let me keep a few of them in a jar. I pulled off their legs.
That's interesting. Let me remind you, as Grand Inventor, you've been given everything you requested. But with that comes a responsibility for deadlines, an expectation of progress.
Wait, I remember the undertaking you're talking about now. Yes, yes.
Excellent. So what can I tell the Duke?
I had a visitor, I think. Or maybe they came for Sokolov. It's hard to recall the details. Anton wouldn't help, but I was close to finding a way to... The difference engine is inscribed in copper along the concave surface of the inner head mechanism. But wait. I can't. It slips away. The beetles we found today, I'm going to give them all names.
This is useless. What am I going to tell Duke Luca?
Duke Luca Abel.
They're twice what we make here.
Weeks of puking up hardtack on a ship just to freeze your ass off in some northern port? Besides, we make more here in Karnaca with on-the-spot taxes and fees.
Maybe. It is nice having discretionary jurisdiction here. Less paperwork. But think about it. No blood flies, no howlers.
You don't think they have gangs up in Tivia? It's dark for half the year up there. Trust me, you're better off here.
Captain?
Let's see what Duke Bell keeps hidden away in here.
Take this opportunity to backcharge second coil.
Delilah Copperspoon. This must lead to the Duke's vault, but I need his key.
Two coins for that cat lap? Well, no more, thank you. Place is
I saw someone right here. Let's check the place just in case. Wait!
Sometimes a man just needs time by himself. My responsibilities weigh upon me.
Shirt reeks. Gotta get a spare uniform.
People of Karnaca, I am Empress Emily Drexel Leela Caldwin, speaking to you from the Grand Palace itself. Today is a day of reckoning for Luca Abel, the Duke of Serkonos. No doubt you are surprised to hear from me. And it is likely that no one is more surprised than the Duke himself. It is my promise that one way or another, after today, the leadership at the Grand Palace will be in alignment with my will as I move to re-establish control of my empire. Duke Abel, you've been warned. I am coming. People of Karnaca, you will hear from me again.
Isn't it laundry day yet? God,
You're not one of the ones. Are you here about my new boots, perhaps? I want them redone. No offer to bow or kiss my hand?
I could say the same.
A mystery. Let's have it then. Who are you and what do you want?
Luca Abel, it's time to pay for your crimes. Bleeding your nation dry. All the corruption and the coup against your rightful empress.
I assure you, there is only one true empress in my heart. And her name is Delilah.
This must be the key to the Duke's vault. All right.
That's it then. Now it's up to me. I'll take the medallion and call them.
I'll be watching. Break a leg.
Don't worry. I've spent years mimicking this asshole. Captain Almeida, come at once to my chambers. There's a problem. Quick, hide up there.
Your Eminence, are you all right?
Yes, Captain. Please arrest this clown. Seems that he took his role a little too seriously. Get your hands off me! He served me well for years. We'll never find anyone else who so bears my resemblance. Take him away, Captain, but be gentle.
I think I understand, Your Eminence. We'll handle it.
What? This is outrageous. I'll have you all skinned alive and set in a salt bath. If only there was something we could do for him. I suppose all those years pretending he was me, that eventually took its toll. No! Stop! I am the Duke of Serkonos! You can't do this!
Dr. Hypatia at Addermire will know what to do with the poor man.
I'm still trying to get my head around this. It's incredible.
When I first met with my inner circle, I saw nervous faces. Even the boldest were afraid, wondering if we'd live to see another feast. Now Serkonos is ascendant, but this is a story that began long years before. I knew Delilah when I was only a boy, and even after she was lost, dead, and gone from the world, her memory burned in my mind. Until finally I began to hear her whispering, calling to me from the void. Telling her story of growing up in Dunwall Tower and the half-sister who cheated her of her throne. Then she told me there was a way to bring her home. Delilah. Beautiful. Immortal.
This must be the Duke's vault.
If this plays, the machine is recharging the magnetic coil.
This is the thing Ashworth made to hold Delilah's spirit.
Increasing oil tank temperature. This indicates the search protocol is underway.
Old scars run deep, don't they, Duke Bell?
This is it. You must release me from this dead vessel. Only then will you be able to trap Delilah's spirit.
I don't know how I can do this. You were all I ever wanted.
I stayed as long as I could, trying to guide you. The world is better for your influence.
Be at peace, Mother. I will honor you, always.
I love you. And this is the final thought I carry into the past.
So it's done. Now to take Delilah's soul back to the
The heart of my half-sister? Only her flesh remains.
I wonder if it was even really alive.
Jasmine is gone at last, faded into nothing. Her reward is peace. You will never gain back what you lost here. You're alone now. I'm your only family. I inhabit two impossible places at once. A prison of dead flesh, after a prison of bones.
There. Now to wait.
You will take me back and die at my hands.
You survived the Grand Palace. So, is that it? The fall of Karnaca?
From now on, the Duke will be guided by better stars.
Back to the dreadful whale, then, and on toward Dunwall.
Yes, at long last. To take back the throne, and find a way to save my father.
Ready, then?
Let's set out.
All right. As you want.